Man City fan chat. Just thought I'd do a very short, brief afternoon update. I know you like your news out there, guys. So I thought, yeah, I'll bring a quick update on Cancelo, because he's the man of the moment. He's the name being mentioned at the moment. So yeah, let's have a quick one for you guys out there. So there's really no agenda today, guys. How can there be? We've only got to talk about Cancelo. That's it. Great. Someone's got an auto down tick. 2 auto down ticks. Fantastic. Hey, football fan chat. How you doing, mate? It was fantastic yesterday. Absolutely fantastic. I can't believe I've only just got on. Yeah, I'm not even done half a minute. 56 seconds, and I've got 2 down ticks. 2-hour Skype session. Who you been filming with, mate? Who you been filming with? Just going to get my message out there so people know we're online. We are live. I hate Twitter sometimes. This new setup they've got, because you start typing and then it sends you some new tweets, and then you have to scroll it back up. So we are going to be live on YouTube right now, talking, and it's going to be basically Cancelo signing update. Yeah, I think that's what we want to be talking about today, guys. I know some people won't be able to make it, but we'll be back on tonight, as we are always. I know I'll copy Bernard in, so he knows he's missing out. Get Cobby involved. Cobby likes it. Oh, wrong Cobby. But let's get a few quick people on, so they know where are around. Wonder if Blackpool Blu-ray will be around. Let's try him as well. That'll do. Just a few people. Let's get back to chatting with you, mate. Some random people from Twitter. Hey, Zippo, Cancelo on the way. Cancelo. I tell you what, it's a good job I haven't been saying Cancelo's not coming for the last month, isn't it? No, it's not football fan chat. The 9 o'clock will go ahead. I just thought I'd do a quick update because I'm going out for probably maybe for dinner. Might go on the London Eye tonight. Not that we've not been before, but kids always like going on stuff like that. So the 9 o'clock is still happening. I just thought I'd do this on Cancelo because, you know, the rumours are getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Apparently it's been reported he left training 15 minutes after arriving, and he's on his way to sort his deal out in Manchester. Yeah, football fan chat. I've not had a chance to watch it yet. Your review with Bernard. Hi, Zippo. How you doing, mate? 1K is possible. I only got 795. I had 796 earlier. The apartment, mate. The fan cams was okay. It was okay. One of the problems yesterday, and one of the problems you get with the Community Shield, is you get a lot of fans who are, let's say, part-time fans, part-time City fans, because this is one of the games you can go to. Some of the fans who live further away, especially down in London, who could not get to a Carabao Cup ticket, or who could not get an FA Cup final ticket, something like that. So I got, you know, people from from the northeast, from London, from all over, and there's only so much you can do with you know, they're fans. They're still fans of the, you know, but so you have to mix it up. You have, because I can't have. I don't feel I just want to have new fans on. You want some of the old school fans, especially when you want to talk about the game and the achievements. You got fans who don't really know many of the players. I still talk to them and still get their opinions. For instance, I put some videos out of some young children. Was there and asking them questions, simple questions like, who's your favorite player? Score predictions. None of them got it right, and stuff like that. And then you get the older fans who are going to give more in-depth chatting about the Premier League, Champions League, the treble winners, who you see starting, who's going to be captain, stuff like that. So that's more of the way I am. And that's the kind of videos I want to be doing. So it's much, much more difficult to find those fans. A lot of Liverpool fans around, a little bit of trouble, but it's not too bad, you know. So yeah, it was overall it was all right. Overall, it was all right. Is anyone else around? 14 people on, very good. Bit of banter, yeah. It's a bit of banter. I had a bit of banter. I was polite to his young boys, to his boys. Give them a hi, guys, as they. I think we're in the Novotel hotel, and I was leaving. I was going to the bathroom, and they were just coming out of the bathroom. I don't know why. Together, but hey, hello, and I think they were embarrassed. But hey, that's life. We move on with life. So yeah, I got my videos out. I did plenty yesterday. I did one at the tube station in the morning. I did the one with the kids before the game, so I managed to get that out. I did I think one preview video, and then I did what did I do? I did a team news video. So I managed to get the team news video out. I mean, I basically waited to the last minute to go in. I got that team. We got that team video out a few minutes before kickoff, I think. And I mean, I went into the ground about 10 to 3 or something because I had a couple of tickets for somebody. Who are the lads? His boys. I'm talking about his boys, Andy's boys, Ralph and I can't remember the other one. Mark, the Dippers. Look, there was a concerted campaign from the day before, and there's a concerted campaign to boo it. They said that's what we normally do. That's tradition to boo the national anthem. It's disgusting. I mean, I said yesterday on the stream, doesn't matter what your opinions are, whether you like it or not. You don't need to stand up. You don't need to sing it. But you should still respect any national anthem, whether it's your country or another country. I mean, to be honest, I was surrounded by Liverpool fans. The guy next to me, Liverpool fan. The guy that side, Liverpool fan. The guy in front, Liverpool fan. Everywhere. And it was as if they've never been before. Well, they've hardly been before. See you, Zippo. Have a good afternoon, good evening. Yeah, they were his son's football fan chat. I know that. I've seen his sons, Ralph and the other one, I forgot his other son's name. But yeah, they were there. 52k in the last month, 70k overall. You've only got 2.8k what minutes? My minutes are all right. I get 40 to 50,000 minutes every month. 40 to 50,000 minutes every month, I think, which is all right, isn't it? It's good return. So yeah, look, I mean, we're 7.5 minutes and we haven't even talked about Cancelo. So I'll talk about Cancelo. Look, it looks like the deal's happening. Everything's pointing that way. The rumours are very strong. You know, there's video footage out there of him leaving the training ground. I mean, I did say, well, what does that mean? But he was only apparently at the training ground for 15 minutes. And I've said for the last several days, as soon as the feeling that this deal was back on, and I said it today again, I put it out there, that Juventus did not want this deal at this price. Juventus wanted the 60 million euros in cash. Okay, Juventus wanted the 60 million euros in cash. They didn't really want Danilo. I've said all along that, if Danilo stays, I have no problem with that. I think Danilo is a very dependent. I've always said, if he stays, I'm very happy with him for Danilo to stay. Cancelo, I've said, I think most of the time, if he comes, he can bring us something additional on the right. And in the last week or so, I've studied him more. When all the news came out about Cancelo before, I really didn't put much energy and effort into it. It didn't feel concrete enough for me at that time to spend that time. And I wasn't doing too much on conjecture in the early days of this live stream and this channel. So I wasn't doing too much of conjecture. It was more what was actually more likely to happen. So, the stories about Riesgo, the Eibar keeper, I poo-pooed it. I think generally poo-pooed it. There's a lot of people pushing it, but I said, where does he fit in? And what I'm trying to do is look behind. I want to look behind the story, yeah? So the Riesgo, instead of just pushing Riesgo and say he likes, I look behind it and say, well, who's he going to push out? Claudio Bravo said he's not going. Claudio Bravo's staying. So who is Riesgo going to push out of that team? Why on earth and I think I definitely said this, why on earth are we getting a 30-odd-year-old keeper, mid to late 30s keeper, to be third choice? It doesn't make sense. And whose non-homegrown position is he taking? If we're already fully stocked with non-homegrown players, Whose place is he taking? So why push the story? There's no point. So it's the same with Cancelo. I've said we can't get Cancelo unless someone, either two things happen. Someone else non-homegrown leaves, or we decide not to put a non-homegrown player in the squad. And that would automatically probably be Danilo. That's unlikely to happen. So it has to be one out, one in. If you saw the video I did with Colin and Kieran last week, that's what we were talking about. One out, one in. Juventus wanted 60 million. I think City went in there and said at the start, Danilo plus 30 million. That's what I'm reading the situation. Okay, I'm not in the know. It's my reading of the situation. So I firmly believe that City, that's the City offer, and Juventus said no. Okay, then Juventus need the money. I have a strong suspicion, looking at who they've been buying, looking at their account, not looking at their accounts, but looking at what's going to go through their accounts in the next year or two with the purchase. Matis, they've got to pay for that somehow, not in cash terms, but in financial fair play accounting terms. They've got to pay for Matis. They bought Ronaldo last season. They've got to pay for him. Looking at who they bought last season, they spent £250 million on transfers, and that's not including fee. They spent, their net spend. I mean, net spend doesn't really mean anything. Some guys still want to mention it. Was still whatever 150 million or whatever it was. They spent a shed load of money. This summer they spent a shed load of money again. And you can bet your bottom dollar that Mina Riola's charging at least 50, I reckon, at least 15 million euros for Matis Silic as an agent fee. So huge numbers. They've got to be able to afford that. And I think they've got to let people go. That's why they're looking at other deals. They're looking at maybe getting Lukaku in and letting Dybala go, either as a swap deal or even getting some money in return for Dybala. So, there's a lot going on, and I think they just need the money. And this way they're going to get, it's not the cash they need. They need to get, they need to make profits and get people off the books, wages. Losing this guy, I have no idea what he's on, Cancelo, but I know that in their accounts, if the of, I think I worked it out as 20 million on that sale, 28 million euros profit in their accounts. That's a huge boost for financial fair play. Okay, they'll save on his wages as well, but they'll just end up going to to Danilo, who apparently they're paying slightly less than they were paying Cancelo, if rumors are to be believed. So they're gonna walk away with a better overall thing in their books of, I reckon, it could be up to 25 million. That will be how much their books are better off, the profit and loss account in the next account. So that's going to make an absolutely, that's going to be absolutely major, for them. It's going to make a big difference to your accounts. So that's the way it happens. But let's just get this go. What we don't do on this channel is be rude. We try not to be rude. If you're rude, you get time out. If you're too rude, you get bum. Well, I've not done anything on the buffering. It actually should be all right today because it's during the day. Most people are out at work. So that's my opinion on Cancelo. Juventus need the money. They came back to City. Remember, City offered them Danilo and 30 million euros. They came back. It's kind of crawling, in my opinion, and say, well, will you take 35 million? We'll do it for 35 million and Danilo. And I said yesterday, yesterday, I think it was, I said, my feeling is the deal will be done between 30 and 35 million. Apparently, the deal's been done at 30. City are not going to budge. So Juventus tried playing hardball with City. 10 years ago, they'd have got away with it. 6 or 7 years ago, they might have got away with it. Right now, with cheeky Begaristan, no way. Harder ball than them. We've played a better hand of poker than Juventus, and Juventus are ending up, it looks like it's going to be Danilo and 30 million euros, which is this initial City offer. That's what City wanted, apparently. Juventus have tried with the 60 million. They tried with the 35, and then at the end, they're going to bend over and say, okay, we'll pay that 30. We'll do it at 30 million. We'll take 30 million plus Danilo. So, it's a very good deal money-wise for City. Let's go through some of these comments then. Jeremiah, centre-back, it's a bit of a worry, I'll admit, if not having Laporte. I think Laporte is our key. I think he's a key. Losing Laporte is an issue. But look, John Stones and Otamendi are good centre-backs. And I'll say this again. Look at how many chances we had yesterday. Watching that game, look at the chances. If our forwards are not putting the ball away, then you're going to have problems. The centre-backs can be easy pass to Walker. If you pass to Walker and Walker tapped in or Raheem scored, game over. In the first half, I think we had 4 or 5 decent opportunities. Not chances, but opportunities. KDB had a couple of chances to cross, and he didn't do basically put good crosses in. And there was one where I said, this is a goal, because it just needed a good cross, and it was a tap-in. And so, it was just issues. Hi, Adam. Hope you're doing well. So, yeah, I just feel we didn't take our chances. And if you're not going to take your chances at some point against a team that has got as potent, as threatening and as dangerous as Liverpool, you could end up suffering. And in the second half, as I said to the guy next to me, Gary, said it's only a matter of time. We are not getting out. And if you're not getting out, it's only a matter of time. Pressure's going to tell. Someone's going to make a mistake. Lack of concentration. You could see it happening already with Zinchenko, occasionally with a few other players as well. So it was coming. It was coming. But look, end of the day, you put 2 or 3 chances away. Yeah, you got 5 chances. You put 3 away. Game is finished. Hi, Hassim. Hope you're well, mate. I'm not going to stay on too long. I'm not in a hotel. I'm in a service department. Yeah. So there could be other people using the Wi-Fi here. I was doing some uploading yesterday at 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and they went bang. Yeah, they were going through really quickly. But when all my family woke at 10:30, and you tried to download or upload, it was taking a lot longer because obviously there's more strain on the Wi-Fi. Hassim, what do you think, Sani? The feeling is that Sani doesn't want to stay. Okay, if he was going to stay, I think it had been done by now. It's the money City are offering. If he's not happy with it, fair dues. Okay, if he wants more, fair dues. If he was happy with what's close to signing, now he's not. I said yesterday or the day before, that's got to be a concern. If he's close to signing a month ago and now he's not close to signing, what's happened? So we don't really know. And someone said today that he wants to leave, but Bayern can't stump up the money. And City are asking for a lot of money and as I said last week, it looked like it was a briefing. A briefing was out there that we wanted 150 million euros. The papers work it out and say, that's about 130 million, 135, 137. 137 was the first figure I read. 137 million pounds. That's what the papers say. And it just felt, as one paper, the Telegraph and then the Guardian, it felt like something has come from City. It felt like there's been a briefing. The briefing also included the fact that a letter had been sent to Bayern Munich. And suddenly, after all these players talking about Leroy Sané, after Karl-Heinz Rummenigge talking about Leroy Sané publicly, after that convicted criminal and tax fraudster, after Niko Kovac talking about Sané publicly, after basically everybody talking about Sané publicly, Kovac had to apologise. He got rebuked by Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Now, if you've been talking for 6-8 weeks about this, yeah, you could have stopped this 6-8 weeks ago, but they've let it go on, and it's only now City have brassed off and said, right, here's a letter. This is what it's going to cost you, and shut up. And suddenly, Niko Kovac apologises. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge rebukes him. There's got to be a reason. It's so sudden, and it stopped. And the only way it's continued is now the papers are saying it. So Bild had said something, Kicker magazine had said something. So it's like Bayern Munich and their representatives and the board and the players and the manager can't say anything now. They've not said anything, I don't think so, since. So it's going to go on to the newspapers. Who else can say something? Yeah? So it's gone on to the newspapers to say something. So, but it is a worry. Now, the only way, this is my humble opinion, the only way Bayern Munich can comfortably afford this, if they go to their sponsors, who are also part owners, they own 25% between them, I think, of Bayern Munich, and they go to Alliance, huge company, Adidas, huge company, Audi, huge company, and say, give us some money in extra sponsorship to get Sane. That gets you around FFP, and so I think that's how they could do it. Hi, Brian. Hope you're well, mate. Let's go through your comments. Cobby, how you doing, mate? Very good. Glad to have you on board today, Cobby. I'm glad you're listening. I'll be on at 9, but I just thought the idea was to do a 10 or 15-minute live stream because I've got to go out later. We're going to go, maybe just looking at going out for a nice dinner because I'm coming back up to Manchester tomorrow. So we thought we'll go for a nice dinner. Serviced apartment. Serviced signing KDB, I don't know, to be honest, Jeremiah. Look, Sane's got obviously a bad knee. Initially, Pep said he was really concerned. I remember we were concerned. You don't stay down that long for nothing, yeah. But he walks off the pitch. But hey, you could have done your ligaments in, you can still stagger off the pitch. And many players try to play on with ligament damage. So. But I think then Pep said we still hadn't. I think after in the press conference, still hadn't spoken to the doctor and talked to him about it. But he said it felt better. So fingers, I'm not saying it's better, but fingers crossed, it'll be all right. Plans for West Ham. I doubt if I'm going to get a cameraman, football fan chat, but we'll see. My plans for West Ham. Look, I've got. Where's my mic? I've got a mic. There's no problem, football fan chat. I've got a lovely Rode mic, but I don't like using it. Shure mic. Okay, that costs a pretty. Want to use it? What else? I've got my thing as well. So that one, it's got my frame. Okay, you put your camera in there, you put your lighting in there, you put your microphone in there, you can put a tripod and everything else. But I can't take it into the ground. So your issue with filming is you can't take stuff into the ground. At Wembley, you could not take a bag this big into the ground at Wembley. Really was tiny. You could not. And then the only place you could put it was in a locker, and it cost you 10 quid. It'll cost you 10 quid to put it in a locker for safekeeping. So it is quite ridiculous. So my idea for content, since I'm going to the game, I'll just do the same content. Aim is to have a couple of, it depends on the Wi-Fi there as well as to what I can do. Aim is to have a couple of videos before the game, a couple of videos after, and a review by me. That's the easy way to do it, especially when you're out there on your own. So I'll do a review, like I did at Wembley. Again, leaving, I'll catch a couple of people. It's not going to be a massive affair because I'm on my Todd. I've got to look after myself. You've got to be a bit more careful with all those dippers causing trouble. So you got to look over your shoulder a little bit. Hi, Mukund, hope you're well. So football fan chat is a serviced apartment, which means basically it's an apartment that they service from time to time. So you've got concierge, you've got cleaner, but they don't come every day. A hotel, you'd have someone every day. Here you might have somebody, when some places it's once a week, some places it's twice a week, some places 3 times. I've got a call, guys. I'm gonna have to go anyway. But I'll let that route give it to my son. And then, I'm going to go in 2 minutes, guys, because I think that's my missus finishing work early. So we're going to head up to see her. Just let Sani go, yeah. Look at City with Cancelo. We're getting Cancelo on our terms. We'll let Sani go on our terms. Sani's worth 150 million quid. Around that sort of region. So get the right money. I don't think we need Cancelo, but I think he could take us further forward. Well, there you go. No, I said it's Hatcher and Drove. I said so I did the video. I said so last week that this is. I expect this to happen because all the fingers point that this is going to happen. Hi, Chris. I'm about to go, Chris. But anyway, is Sani leaving true? Abdallah, we don't know. Okay. Now the issue is apparently Sani is happy to leave, wants to go. That's what someone said to me today. Sani's happy to go. That's the message, okay? But we told Bayern, pay the money we want. We don't want to sell him for 100 million euros. Get lost. He's worth so much more. Yes, he has 2 years left on his contract. Hi, Kilimanala. Sane, the only update I remember was from last night was Pep said we thought it was a lot worse than a B. That's as far as I can get. English Master, 80 million euro annual pay packet for Sane buying Munich. Look, there's no doubt English Mastiff, we were offering at least 11 to 12 million euros. If the £200,000 a week is correct, okay, £200,000 a week is 10.5 million quid, which is somewhere in the region of 12 million euros. So we were offering a decent wedge too. How'd you plug what in, Football Fan Chat? Into this. This is just a piece of plastic, but you got a horseshoe for your light. You got a horseshoe for your audio, okay, if you're using this, and you got something for your tripod there, okay. But if you're using one of these mics, these are actually quite expensive. It's good, but I don't like it. This is for my iPhone. Works for your iPhone, and you plug it in here. You got your lightning thing, so you plug it in, and you can have it facing. You can have it facing that way. So I'm just showing you can face it that way. So it's now facing the person I'm interviewing, or I can twist it around and have it facing me if it's just me talking. So, or you can have it neutral, so you can catch both. So I've had that a long time. I've used that. So you can. It's pretty good. He's not signed yet. No, he's left his training ground, Joseph. There's a video, and he spoke to a reporter. He's left the training ground. It looks like it's going to happen. Don't know what you're talking about, Mukun. There is no power here. Laptop's dead and his phone is on the way. 6 times in Madrid. Hi, Gary. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you at the weekend. You hope he leaves. I know you do, mate, because he's a trouble causer for Liverpool and everybody else. Do you think Cancelo will have our final signing? 32 Cityman. I think we'll sign another kid. I'll be surprised if we don't get another kid before the window closes. Another decent kid. Now, I think we could get somebody for transfer ban. Look, we've just been investigated now. But if we get one window ban and it's next summer, if it's a January window, it's not going to hurt us. If it's a summer window and it's next summer, that could be an issue. I thought if we're worried about that, we might buy somebody and loan him out or loan him back. Someone like, for instance, when João Felix was available, we thought maybe we buy him, loan him back, get him next summer. So maybe we do something like what Almada. The idea was buy him, loan him to Sporting for 2 seasons. Okay, if we had a transfer ban and we needed him, maybe we could break that clause and get him back. So that's what I thought we'd get a couple more young kids, because that's our business plan. That's the business model. That's the way we operate. We buy kids in cheap, we put them through the system, and when the value goes up, they either come through like Phil Foden or we move them on, like eventually Bryan Diaz, Angus Gunn, etc. I agree, Cobby. The only reason is maybe his girlfriend wants to go back to Germany. Someone's got to go with what your partner says. English Mastiff, you look at last season, Steiny had some good numbers in the first half of the season. Second half of the season, he didn't play that many games. Certainly didn't start that many games. Hi, Doctori. Hey, my Mogadishu Massive. I've not seen you, man. Why don't I see you on our live streams, man? I'm guessing the Ethiopia time is not much different to the UK time. What, 1 hour difference? Can't be much, man. Never see you. Durov goal. We need a centre back. I think we can get by, but it all depends on injuries is an issue. But look at Eric Garcia. Eric Garcia was on the bench yesterday. You could argue we didn't have any other options, but I think Eric Garcia is going to get a lot of game time this season. That's my feeling. You know, when I say a lot, 10 or 12 games, that's a lot in my book for a kid who played 4 times for the first team last season. 32 Cityman, absolutely do not know. We're still correctly. The situation is we're under investigation. The next step is to be charged. Okay, once we're charged, then you got to go through whatever. You got to be convicted. So, investigation, charging, conviction. Okay, then there'll be if you pass all those, there'll be a ban attached. Then you go off and appeal the ban. But as Chelsea have found, they did not suspend the ban whilst Chelsea are doing their appeal. So this summer, Chelsea have not been able to buy. They've appealed, but the ban has not been suspended. So they've missed this transfer window. So whatever happens, if Chelsea, it's going to be an odd thing. If Chelsea appeal and the appeal is successful, well, they've already missed this. So would they end up suing? Would they end up suing? I'm going to make a note of that. That's a good top point. Excuse me, guys. Can Chelsea sue UEFA? Sue UEFA over transfer ban? Because that's not UEFA, sorry, FIFA. If appeal is successful. Now, because they didn't successful, no suspension of the ban during appeal. See, now here's a funny thing, guys. Okay, now what if Chelsea don't make Champions League? Okay, next season, and they cite this ban, and let's say they get off. Let's say they get off. What's going to happen? They're going to turn around to FIFA and sue them. That's going to be very interesting. Let's go through some quick points because my missus called me. I need to know what she said. Someone's asking me if I want. Sorry, guys. Someone's asking me if I want to go to Bournemouth for the match against Bournemouth. I think I'll be going to Bournemouth. Go through some comments. Mukun, catch you later, mate. Have a good afternoon. Asa, Sana, and Danilo are definitely gone. Yeah, but Danilo looks like it's gone. Sane. Bayern Munich have to come up with the money. Now, if Bayern Munich are saying we'll pay you 100 million euros and City say no, we want 150, I don't think City are going to turn around and say we'll take you 100 million. I do not see at all. They'll say, come back when you got the money. Hey, Mogadishu Massive. If I'm ever down in Mogadishu, if ever down in the Sudan, I'll come and see you, mate. I'll definitely have a nice cup of not black coffee, dark coffee. The signs are all over the place, absolutely, mate. Look at the posts we're making, etc. Very sad if signing. Yeah, Doctor, but hey, City moves on. Look, we lost Zabaleta. We lost Joe Hart. We lost Yaya Toure. We moved on. 98 points last season. Yeah. Possibly Fernandinho this season or next season. Possibly Aguero next season. We'll move on. Look at the new players coming through. Bernardo Silva, Gabby Jesus working tremendously hard. Phil Foden coming through. Look at the players coming through. Sterling. Look, I've got night to worry about. Hey, Mike. Hope you're well, mate. I've sent you a message, Mike. I want, if you can do it, please, mate. If you can do it in the next few minutes, I want that clip. I want that clip of my prediction of 1-1 and with our goalkeeper being the hero. Come on, Mike. You got to do it for me, Mike. Yeah? I get a prediction right. Not only do I get the prediction right, I get the penalties right as well. You got to do it for me, Mike. Please. Just that little clip. Please, mate. Please. I've got to get it out on Twitter. Blimey. Message, do I want to go to Bournemouth? Yes, I'm going to Bournemouth. No, look, Mukun, Chelsea appealed the ban. Chelsea appealed their FIFA transfer ban, and the appeal is being heard. Yeah, look, I said, look, you've got to be careful about the pictures. Yeah, you've got to be careful about the pictures because a picture is only a snapshot of a fraction of a second. Yeah, and it sometimes doesn't tell you the whole story. Mark Armstrong, how you doing, mate? The drugs issue with Mahrez, I think it was very simple. He had a sinus problem. He took I guess a decongestant. Okay, whilst he was in Algeria. Now I don't think it was whilst he was in Algerian duty. I think it was after that. He took a decongestion, and some of these decongestants contain banned or prohibited substances, which you're not allowed to take. Now, the City medical staff have said, well, what did you take? I don't even think he knows what he took. So without knowing what he took, they can't check to see whether it had any banned substances or not. So they said he was only going to be on the bench. To be on the safe side, he doesn't get involved. Even Pep said a few days ago that a month ago, Sane was close to signing his new contract. Now he's far away. So it doesn't augur well, but we have to see. We can't bring Sancho back. We can't 32 City man because I don't think we want him back. Yeah, he's a decent player. I don't think we will take him back, and he might not want to come back. I think that's the other big thing. He left in a huff. He left, and I don't think Pep's going to be. Pep will not take that too kindly. That the way Sancho left City. We don't have a buyback. We'll have a sell-on clause, but not a buyback clause. I don't think he wants to come back. Hey, don't tag me. Send me a copy, man. Send me a copy, Mike. I want a copy of that little bit. I want a copy of that so I can put it out on Twitter. I need a copy for me for my own purposes because it's very rare that I get a score right and prediction right. I actually was surprised I give you that prediction. I was surprised I give you that prediction of 1-1 because I've been so confident. But look, I was confident until Laporte got injured and he wasn't going to play. So yeah, I'll have a very, very quick look, guys, to see if there's any more news. If anybody sent me, people are sending me tweets and WhatsApp messages. I'm just going to have a quick look without you guys having a look. Yes, I know. Blimey, keep beating off with Bournemouth. Let's have a look here. Back. Okay. Now I've got to check. I don't think there's any other news out there. Really is. Obviously we've heard this is to talk tonight. The Liverpool fans booing the national anthem, and the media have not really said much about it. They've not said much about it. It's always the way. That's about it, guys, for the stream this afternoon. I'll quickly do Asa. Pep said a few will leave before the window closes and a few will come. Well, Pep said we'll either have 0 or 1.5. And we tried to work out what 1.5 means. But we've got the 1. And we'll see who the half we said might be we get a kid in and loan him out. You can't say for definite. You can say, I think. Okay, you can't say for definite. But I don't know, Mike. Yeah, you must be able to, Mike. You must be able to. TalkSport and other people do it all the time. If I can post a video, then I can post a sound file. To be honest, I've got the video, but I don't really want to put the video up because when I'm doing a Skype call and you're just doing the audio, you don't care what you look like. But I actually recorded it on video. You don't care what you look like. And I spend my time... you don't want me, you don't want to see the picture. I just want that audio file. Absolutely correct. Guys, I've got to go. I thought a 10 or 15 minutes stream. It's lasted 45 minutes. You've been superstars, absolute superstars. Love you all. Hope the picture quality is good enough for you guys. I hope it's in focus. Love it when it's in focus. And we'll focus on it tonight as well, guys. There's no F stopping us now, guys. We'll get our apertures right. We'll get that right tonight. We'll chat with you tonight. Take it easy, guys. See you at 9 o'clock. The guys who are on at 9 o'clock. The other guys, I won't be doing too many afternoon streams. Such a busy man. Tomorrow night, I probably won't be doing a 9 o'clock live stream because I'll be on the train again. I'll be on the train up to Manchester. I'm getting a late train. I will actually be on the train. I'll try and do a live stream on Virgin Wi-Fi. Is it even worth having a go? I always have a go, guys. I'll have a go. I'll give you something tomorrow night. I don't know what time, but I'll try and do just so that I can get something out there with a decent Wi-Fi. See you later, guys. Take it easy and have a good afternoon.